Goodness, just landed from outer space, did we? Alright then. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's a light. It's nothing to be frightened of, Phil. Stop being paranoid. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a little bit more of Hideout. Face your fears. Ah, that's a fist. I thought it was a robot. Sorry. You can tell my paranoia. Yeah, here's one of the dates I was talking about previously, which seems to set it, I was going to say vaguely concurrently, but actually it would have been at the time of the release, I think, or just shortly after the release, because the last time this game was updated was back in July of last year. That is 21, so perhaps this game was set concurrently when it was released. It also made me realise that...
This is the score. The voice record said that the entrance was in the middle. This control panel seems to be the key. It's connected with the fountain.
Right. Let's press this button and see exactly how many people want to kill me for it. Oh, no, I can't use it yet. Okay, presumably I need to power it first. I thought this was going to power some other things. Hello, Mr. Spider Trap. Anyway, yep, Gideon, I think I saw inside your eyeballs there for a moment, my friend. Never mind any of that. Yeah, maybe it said at the same time when the game came out, and it made me realise this is one of the rare times that I'm actually playing a game that's complete and finished, rather than a half of a demo for a game that never actually got completed, like most of the time. Anyway, I have relaxed, I have cooled off, and I have stopped shouting like I was last time we were playing this. So, presumably, we're going to have to sneak around this square here and activate all of the things that these various cables are attached to without getting killed. Which seems perfectly straightforward, given that currently there's nobody there. Right, sorry about that. I managed to get interrupted again. It seems like it interrupted every single time I tried to play this game. It must be cursed or something. Right, never mind. As I was attempting to say before I got so rudely interrupted by these rude signs, I highly doubt that this place is going to stay safe. There's lots of dead robots around here. I'm just waiting for the live ones, which I feel like is going to be right after I press this button, because it just auto-saved. Yep. Good afternoon. Well, this is an interesting state of affairs to find myself in. You do plan on moving at some point, don't you, sir? Taking your enormous bulbous body and, well, you know, going some other place. I don't think you are. I shouldn't have hid in these particular bushes. Perhaps I should have hid anywhere else. Right then, let me see if I can sneak out between the cleft of your legs. No, I can't. There's an invisible barrier there. You're like a dog with a bone. You won't let me go. However, you don't seem particularly good at killing me. Which is nice. So I guess I can wander about for a little bit and see if I can figure out where it is we're going next. This game is oddly variable in the sense that... Oh no. Oh no. I've got myself stuck. What happens if I stand up? Will that help at all? There we are. Now I'm dead. Turns out you can only kill people when they're standing up. Of course he was. Was he on the far side of that wall and I just didn't see him? No. Mysterious. Right then, I need to turn this on and then run and hide somewhere. The question is I don't know where I'm going next. Because I can't make my way through here. Unless I'm meant to go through this wall that he smashed his way through. I'm not sure where else I can actually go. Let me have another quick look over here. It's like I need to get him to smash through one of these walls or something. I mean, I could make my way back through there, but that wouldn't help me massively. So... No, see, he immediately knows where I am, and I don't immediately know where the crouch button is. Good afternoon. See, he knows where I am. which gives me a problem because I've gotten stuck on something. What? What's with the big laser, my friend? Who issued you with the big laser? He's not one of those berserk creatures, is he? No, he's got a completely different head. He's a new type of enemy. Okay, he must be some form of boss. Fair enough then. Hopefully that laser is trying to tell me which way he's looking currently. It's his sort of field of view, if you like. The thing is, I don't know where I'm going. I've activated one of those generators, but I don't know where to go from here. You're going to detect me the moment I step out. No, seemingly not. That's nice. Goodness. Do you ever, like, walk down the street and you see, like, someone walking with their dog and you think, just imagine the dog's perspective. Like, everything is so much bigger than they are. But it's normal to them. They're used to everything being like 6 times their height. And everything being enormous compared to them. But it would still be weird. I feel like I've taken on that sort of perspective right now. In the sense that I feel a lot smaller than the actual world at the moment. Particularly when I've got girthy creatures like him hanging bat. So, where exactly am I going? Because I can't make my way through here. There's nothing I can climb over and there's nothing I can climb under. So I really am quite confused. I don't get what I'm meant to do now, because there's nowhere over there. Unless I can work my way through that bit of blockage there, but I highly doubt it. I mean, something interesting's happening. I'm not quite sure I know exactly what it is, but no. So I can't make my way through there either. So, where to from here? Unless there was another place I could have gone from that terminal. Like I could have turned, like, left or something, instead of turning right. And then, found, like, another place I could drop down, perhaps. I don't know. Giddy aunt, thank you for the thumbnail. Right. Moving swiftly on. Let's me try and work my way back, which is going to be real fun, and pointing that laser in the way. I have no idea how I survived that. I don't think I had any right to, but I did it anyway. Okie dokie then. There's a way I can go here. And you are being sneaky and noticing me. Oh, giddy. Oh, giddy aunt. I don't know what's going to happen when I get detected. Because so far I've seen him have a sort of stomping attack. But I haven't seen any kind of projectile. But when was the last time somebody made a killer robot and didn't cover it with missiles? Okay then, I'm not convinced this is actually the place I'm supposed to be going. Mind you, there's places I can climb up here, so maybe it's not as disastrous a plan as I initially considered it to be. So I need to question why I can't get over this thing. Thank you. I need to work my way around the... I need to work my way around this base. This square, as it were, without getting detected by our mutual pain in the neck here. This is interesting. This is a completely different mechanic to anything we've done before, and I like that. Despite the fact that I think this game is only a few hours long, it's doing a very nice job of keeping things really varied. Alright, I've got to find somewhere I can stand where I'm not going to get my head chopped off by you and your laser. For all I know, it is a killer laser, not a detection thing. Ooh, that was a bit close for comfort. That singed my patoot. Alright then, enough about my singed patoot. Let's carry on. is he? I think he's over that way somewhere. So I should be vaguely safe down here. Assuming he doesn't just have to bash through another wall. Like the big bashing boy that he is. Dear, I'm sorry I got cross about this last time, because this game genuinely is really fun. And I think it's the sort of game that I would actually replay as well. Unless I'm mistaken, I've just come back to exactly the same place I was trying to get past earlier. Because that's the big wall he smashed through, isn't it? This doesn't help at all. Where am I going from here? This is no use to me whatsoever, and I can't climb back over this. Oh. Marvellous. Giddy on. Well, this is a pickle. I have no idea where I'm going now. Yeah, I feel like this game is certainly the type you could replay. Because it's got fun mechanics. In terms of like the stealthing around, and it would be fun to like play it again and try to... Oh, right, okay, so we smashed through all those cars there. Assuming I am in the same place. Yeah, because that's the generator I turned on, isn't it? You know, it would be fun to like go through it and try to get all the collectibles and the audio files that you missed the first time around. So I can see this game having quite a lot of fun in terms of like second and third playthrough, beyond just enjoying it once and then forgetting about it, as happens with so many games. Alright then, let's go and stand over by this really bright light just to make me that much more conspicuous. Alright, I'm not entirely convinced I know where I'm going. Well, there's an orange cable over there, so I'm going to head in that direction. Thank you. I was really hoping you were going to turn around instead of coming straight over here, because then that would have been a massive pain in the neck for me. Oh, great. We're doing this again, aren't we? Alright. Let's see. I feel like I'm living on borrowed time at the moment. Yep. Somehow I'm still alive. Goodness only knows how. Oh, I'm thankful that the AI in this game is occasionally a wee bit yammy. It's the only thing keeping me alive, as I've mentioned previously. Right, you gonna trot off or not? No, okay, so I need to make my way behind the generator first. There we go. I do wonder whether that's a big deadly laser. It's going to chop me in half the moment I get a little bit too close to it. I don't know, and I've no real desire to find out the hard way. Okay, right. This is an interesting dynamic, because normally it's about getting past one enemy without unnecessarily exposing yourself to another enemy. Versus now, we've got this totally different setup, where we are... That's a rather difficult pair of words to say if you're a cretin such as myself. It's, yeah, you're just dealing with one enemy, but one very clever and one presumably very powerful enemy. Clearly, I haven't had that much opportunity to find out yet. Okay, you've got rather an irritating patrol going on right now. See, the thing is, when he's in this scenario, you want me to walk over there and pick that up? Are you utterly bonkers? How stupid do you think I am? Well, from looking at the last 2.5 hours of me playing this game, you'd probably think I'm extremely stupid, and you'd be, well, completely right. I'm just curious. What exactly it is that causes him to detect me. I love that there's an invisible barrier here, which stops me from accessing this bush. That's great. There's literally an invisible barrier here, which means I can't get any closer, which means he's going to stand right on top of me in a second if I ain't careful. Alright. Good to know you got a pair of pliers for a tail. I'm sure that comes in very handy when you're building the old IKEA furniture. Big Monster. What a creative name. It seems to be the only one around. No one knows how to get rid of him. Nuke. Big old nuke. Big old nuke to the noggin. I'm gonna roll with a big old nuke to the noggin if you don't mind. Alright, giddy aunt, it's difficult to see what I'm doing. Okay, I need to get in this bush. Oh, that spider trap was dead. That's nice. Alright then, I reckon I need to get through this door. Actually, going to wait for him to come back again. Yeah, because I was just going to say, I reckon your patrol has gotten shorter since the last time it was. Turns out I was correct. But yeah, I'm still not entirely sure what it is that causes him to detect me, because I've stood quite near him and he hasn't detected me. So I'm guessing it's probably sound. Mostly. There's no way I can make that while I'm sneaking. I'm going to have to run, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, so he's not... He doesn't have great hearing. There's this fascinating combination of characteristics that each of the bad guys have. In terms of, like, their ability to hear and their ability to see. So, it's interesting where you have to kind of experiment with each one, trying to figure out exactly what sort of tactics you need to employ, whether you need to employ quiet tactics, or whether you need to employ fast tactics, or what exactly. Which is nice. I am very impressed with this game. Oh good, it's brought me back here. Yeah, and this is... Oh, this is ready. Thank you. I think you've done something helpful. The question is are you about to die? I reckon you are. Good. That makes me happy. Well, no one seems to know how to get rid of it, apart from me, because I just killed the thing. Huzzah! I am the Dragon Slayer. You big smelly face. I'm going to get away from you just in case you're stunned rather than dead. Nice swans. Giddy up, they look very scaly rather than fluffy. But, okay. Oh, this looks cool. Now this looks like the same level of technology as the monsters. So maybe there was a human settlement that was capable of the production of these creatures and they didn't just come from another planet. I don't know. Sledgehammer. Ah, a design produced late into the war to lay siege to human settlements. Its heavy laser artillery can melt through any defences, and its heavy combat frame can smash any resistance. Ah, so that was a laser that it would have killed me. It wasn't just a matter of getting detected. Okay. See, this is what I mean, right? And I know I keep banging on about trying to figure out who's actually fighting who at this point. But it says lay siege to human settlements, right? That makes me think that there must be another faction in this that isn't human. Beyond the machines, that is. Because otherwise it would say, like, lay east to insert name of nation here, settlements. Which would imply it was a different nation that was attacking them. But this makes me think it's more like two species, possibly. Rather than two nation-states.
What is this?
It's cool looking.
Is this the lab?
One does not know. One can hear a clanking sound, which makes one feel a little perturbed. But other than that... So I have to go in here in order to get the thing running again, do I? That's nice. So we've got some components of the monsters. The question is were they building the monsters, or were they decomposing them, or deconstructing them, even decomposing them? Yes, they were decomposing them using bits of mould. Giddy on. Were they deconstructing them for the sake of studying them and trying to figure out their weaknesses? Oh, God. They said something in here about a weapon that the machines were looking for. Okay, I like you guys because I know how to deal with you. Is that a passageway? I reckon that is a passageway. Can I go through here? Yes, I can. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness gracious me. What a pickle this looks like. I don't even know where I'm going. You know what? I'll come back to the whole laser floor in just one sweet second. I need to figure out where I'm going first. Ooh, we're going to first person this, like Arkham. Okay, fair enough. We're going to get stuck on the walls a lot as well. But it's alright. Okay. Where am I going? I really have no idea. I guess I'm looking for this weapon they talked about. Because if the monsters are after it, if the machines are seeking it, then they're either going to use it against humanity. Sorry, I was walking while you were a bit too close. Okay, you guys are a kitty, aren't you? Look at that face. A face only a mother could love if the mother was the xenomorph from Alien. And now I've had my head chopped off. Goodness sake. Should we try that again? And this, should we not go that way, because that's clearly the wrong way to go? Should we try that again, and this time I'll actually remember the tactics I'm meant to be using with these kids? Which is wait for them to turn around. There we go. Then go sort of halfway along their patrol, and then sort of wait for them to pass you by again. I still have no idea where I'm going. Absolutely none at all. Maybe through there, given that that is green. Alright, I think I can access that if I head back into that room that I died in. What do you have, mate? A PhD in being irritating? Sure, this is what I was talking about at the end of the last episode. He's going to turn around now and go back that way. See? So you can let them be as close as they like. It won't matter. So long as you're staying still and you're being quiet, you'll be absolutely fine. See what I mean? I'm almost within kissing distance. Can I sneak through here? Yes, I can. Good, that makes my life a little easier. I can't sneak past this, can I? Because that's going to be, like, stupidly easy. Yeah, apparently this is stupidly easy. Okay, I feel like that desk needs to be moved a little bit further across to stop me from being able to win quite so easily at that. But alright, we have got one step closer to our goal. Whatever that is, and wherever that is. I mean, on the one hand, can I look at my objective again, if I can even remember how to do that? Inspect the lab. You can't see that's underneath my big flapping pie horn. For that I apologise. On the one hand, I do like that this is a little bit more sort of subtle and non-obvious with its story, or rather with its objectives, rather. Let's just have a wee look and see if there's any monsters about. There's one over there, which probably means that's the direction I'm meant to go. Some stuff here, and this door doesn't open. Yes, because it means you sort of wander around and explore and you're not quite sure where to go, which I feel is a bit more sort of realistic to what you would actually be doing if you were walking into walls and smashing your nose in on them. Well, this is a nice place. I can do the grand total diddly squat in here. Right. What am I missing? Is this just like an extra area that's not necessary to be in? Okay, so it's got me a few more supplies. Is that it? Okay, so this area isn't a necessary one. This is just a extra area. Can I go through this door here? No, I can't. Alright then. See, this is what I mean. If you were actually exploring a place like this, you'd be sort of wandering around a little bit and not quite sure where to go. You know, making mistakes, going the wrong way sometimes. And if you just have a massive quest marker that just points you in the direction of whatever it is you're after, one could argue that's not as much fun. Okay, this isn't leading me back the way I came because I haven't been in a room like this before with all of these yellow desks. And it's autosaving, implying I'm making progress, even though I thought I was turning around and going back the way I came. But what do I know? Okay, now where's the beginning of this cable and where's the end of it? That's the tricky thing with these cables, you never know which way they go. That door looks locked. Yeah, there's a door locked just there on the right hand side of the door, which this cable will activate. So what I need to do is to get into that little vent that we can see just there next to our friend's Tootsies, in order to go and activate it, assuming that this actually leads somewhere, and I don't really need to come back and go through one of those doors that we saw. Right, I appreciate the well-defined hitboxes on the little jutty out bits, these sort of brackets around the comprising segments of the ventilation shafts, but at the same time they're slightly annoying because I keep getting me bums stuck on them. Alright then. Can I go through this door in order to give myself a shortcut? Yes, I can. Okay, my friend is been joined by another friend, which is nice. Good to know that he is friendly with people and does not murder us, like all the rest of his brethren. Now, which way are you going to go? Pain in the neck way or kind way? No way at all, it seems. Okay, fair enough. That's actually the best option. Idiots. This needs to be very carefully choreographed. Alright. There we are. There's seriously still something a bit gammy about the activation.
What's going on? What was that noise?
Well, there's nobody here to kill me yet, which is nice. I could go through there. I could also go over there towards that green light. That seems like suspiciously like a trap. But maybe it's not. Maybe this is just a supply closet. I grab a few bits. I have never used one of the sonars in this game. Maybe they're massively useful and enormously helpful, but I've never actually used one. I presume that it gives you roughly the same effect as this, but probably one that lasts even when you aren't concentrating. So that you can sort of keep track of people even when you're like standing up and running about and stuff, and probably from a further distance away than the everything else could work.
Code red! Code red! The machines have broken into the lab! It's no longer safe. I'll try to disable them. The weapon is contained below in the deepest level. We can't let them have it. There's almost no time left. This is do or die.
I was wondering whether that noise was me or on the recording. High quality scream there. Okie dokie then, so I need to get down to the lowest level. Yes, go down to the next level. Ideally I'd like to find like an elevator that'll take me all the way down in one go rather than faffing about. What I am going to do, however, is quickly build a few things, because goodness knows I've got enough materials. There we go. Ah, an elevator. Okay then, so we'll get down to the bottom of the facility, we'll get the weapon, we'll set it off, and then that'll hopefully kill every single monster between here and Aberystwyth, and then we will be happy. I don't feel like I've actually gone down. I am meant to be in this elevator, aren't I? Have I gone down to the next level? I feel like I haven't gone anywhere. Goodness, that was a quiet elevator. Yeah, this is a different level. Okay. There was no elevator music, that's what confused me. No elevator music. Alright then. Let's see, what we got in here? Nothing deadly. Nothing at all, because I can't go in there. Right. Sorry, I was just looking to see if there was a panel there to imply that that was the place that this would activate. Alright then. We've got another communication here.
The weapon below this level is the core of our project. It's
got a reflection.
everything we've been working for. The ray of hope we desire. The EMP would disarm those miserable machines. The evil would be defeated. But the energy that holds this lab together would run out. We would be locked in here forever. That's the main reason none of us are brave enough to push the button. Besides, we don't know what would happen to the bunkers that are nearby. Maybe their energy systems would collapse too. I'm so tired. I can't fight anymore.
Alright. So, what you're basically
What do
saying
you know?
is...
Why has everything become so hard? I just want to go back to Jack. Mom, I want you back. You always know what to do. Does it all really lead to this? This impossible decision? I just want you to be proud of me, Mom. I'll finish what you started.
That's interesting. The voice actor said it with an O, but then the subtitle said it with an E. What about that giddy up? Sorry, madam, didn't mean to get quite so close to you. What if that might mean this is homegrown? Can I activate this, please? Can I turn this on? No, I'm not very good at turning things on, but if I could have a go at this, it would be much appreciated. Okay, so what you're trying to tell me is that there's a machine that will save the world, but it means I'll be trapped in here forever, and I won't be able to go back to Jack. I won't even be able to get a message to him in order to tell him what's happened to me. Okay then, that's less than optimal. I do find it curious though, that man in the recording, he said that if he activated it, the bunker would shut down, he wouldn't be able to escape. Okay, fair dues, you don't want to do it, you don't want to be trapped here, but you would be saving all of humanity, right? Or at least what of it is left, right? And also, couldn't all of the people in the bunker except for one leave? That way only one person would have to be trapped here, rather than the entire bunker staff. But what do I know? Idiot. I appreciate that they've left me the decision, because then that means that I can do the cool stuff. Alright then, can I go back this way, or is that blocked? No, presumably that door wouldn't open. Okay then, let's go down to the lower floor and see if we can have a look at the world's biggest EMP. At least that's... Oh, right, there we are. There was some sort of scene transition which somehow I didn't notice last time. Alright then. So, there... I'm glad at least that they've made up a weapon which makes sense. Because like an EMP would be the thing to defeat these creatures, most likely. And no sound. It seems the EMP has already gone off. And all of the sound has died. That's good. Oh no, the footsteps are still going there. This game is a bit inconsistent sometimes with its sound management. That's a big one. Does this... Oh, giddy aunt, there's even more of it up there. Does this remind anyone of the Senate? Like in Star Wars? Like the Republic Senate? Like all of the little dishes around the side, like the little saucers where people stand, and then that's the bit that's got all of the important people in the middle in. You can tell by my use of expert terminology that I am very up on my Star Wars. Right then, never mind. I feel like some dramatic music might help at this point, except I can't find any royalty-free stuff that I can stick over the top of this, so, do I actually get to make a decision? Or has the decision been made already? Oh. Oh. And that's it. I don't wish to be unkind, but that was a real bummer. That was a big...
The weapon below this level.
Oh, I
is
got them all.
core of-
That's nice. I didn't get all the collectibles though. I missed an enormous number of them. Okay then. What happens if I go and continue? Where will this take me back to out of interest? Curiosity. Nowhere meaningful. Okay, I'm actually going to start a new game for a moment, just so that we can wander around that opening area again, whilst I have a wee few thoughts. Oh, thank you. What? Find the ultimate weapon? I don't think that's the objective you're supposed to be giving me. Okay, I've started a new game, and the current objective says find the ultimate weapon. I don't think that's entirely accurate. I'm meant to be going to the gas station, aren't I? Is that going to get corrected when I come out here, or if I somehow manage to break the game quite
There's the
badly?
gas station. Let's get the medicine and come back to Jack.
Yes, indeed. Right, I wish to mention again how absolutely drop-dead gorgeous this game is. I was going to say owning, or at least the owning, but to be honest with you, the whole thing is gorgeous. Yeah, the lighting is absolutely beautiful here. It really is very nice. And this environment here, with all these little trees and all the stuff dancing through the sky, it's all very
I won't
nice.
kill you. I'll save
It's very
Jack.
nice indeed.
I'll keep him safe. I promise.
Right, now comes the bit where I don't. Now comes the bit I don't like, where I have to criticize a game.
It feels so calm. I can't let my guard down.
Because so much of this is good. The mechanics of this game are brilliant, right? The actual stealthing mechanics. Yes, sometimes they're a little bit buggy, and yes, sometimes it gets a bit cross at them because they're really difficult from time to time. Yes, all of that is true. but the mechanics are well defined and they are varied enough, with a few, not a massive number of enemy types. How many enemy types did we have? I think we had 5? Goodness, I'd forgotten about that. I think we had 5. We had the normal robot, we had the, like, commando robot, the big red one. Well, not bigger, just the red one. Then we had the Deathclaw creatures, the Berserk creatures, and the boss that we had there at the end, the old big tubby one.
Was that from the town?
Indeed. Right, so... Goodness, what's that down there? With them big square things? Big blocks of cheese that somebody hasn't put away in the fridge after getting home from doing a shopping. Disgraceful. Yeah. And the way it tells its story with the little optional audio logs and the questions it leaves unanswered. Like, I still have no idea where these machines came from. I don't know whether it was aliens, I don't know whether it was a secret government project that got out of hand, I don't know if it was an AI project that started self-replicating and got out of hand. I don't know what. I don't even know where we are, for goodness sake. We're definitely not in England. I mean, look at the lumpy and bumpiness of the ground, old boy. We're definitely not in England. That's all I can tell you, to be quite frank. Yeah, the game is really enjoyable. I genuinely do feel like I might replay this at some point, because I'd quite like to get the rest of the collectibles. It seems like they're just images of various different good guys and bad guys, but it would be nice. It would be nice to know sort of where they are and what I missed, and to actually sort of play the game with a little bit more competency next time compared to last time. So it really is fun. I really do like it. I'm not convinced that enough use is made of the traps and the sonars. I feel like there need to be a few situations where it could have demands the use of them, as it were. I'm glad that it's not necessary, in the sense that if you run out of them, you're not just screwed entirely. But I do feel like a bit more use of the traps and the sonar could be useful. Or maybe they're just meant to be like advantageous things and you don't necessarily need any of them. You can get through with your own basic concentration and crouching and running and all of the rest of it. And they're just there to give you a little helping hand, or to let you implement some slightly more exciting tactics if you so want. I mean, just look at that. Just look at that, for crying out loud. That is beautiful. But yeah, it's really good the whole way through, and then the final 5 minutes are a massive, massive bummer. Because you walk into this cool final area, and there's not even any spooky, dramatic music. And I get it that music is a very difficult thing to get for a game, particularly if you don't have any musicians on your team to make it yourself, or like commissioning it from other people is very expensive and extremely hit and miss. So I do appreciate the difficulties in getting a nice bit of dramatic music to play there, but a bit of dramatic music there really would have helped. And then if there could have been something other than just pressing a button, I don't know, if there could have been an internal monologue about this character where she was worried about what was going to happen to her brother, but she felt that it was her duty to humanity to protect them. And maybe she was protecting Jack by getting rid of all of the machines. At least when he ventures out looking for her, at least there won't be any machines there to kill him. Or if there'd even been like a choice at the end, like, do you press the button or do you not press the button? You can like leave, or you can press the button. You give them like a couple of different endings to the game. I don't know. And if maybe when you set the bomb off, there was like an animation where you saw like it erupting out of the ground and then like deactivating all of the machines and monsters and stuff. Just something other than a black screen with the words "the end" written on it, which was a real letdown. I really do feel like that much of the game wasn't finished. Like, you get down to that final level and then everyone just sort of stopped working rather than finishing it, which is a real shame. Because I feel like with a slightly better ending, this could be a really, really good game. Like a genuinely really impressive game that deserves a hell of a lot of exposure and a hell of a lot of people playing and enjoying it. Because there's a lot to enjoy here. It's just the story which lets it down massively. In the end, at least. The rest of the story is fantastic. It's just the story at the end, which is a bit of a bummer. But never mind. I feel like this game could have a sequel as well, maybe. Not in the sense that I think there could be one, as in I think it could be that there is one. You know, if like maybe you take on the player takes on the role of this character's mother, maybe.
I should take a look.
And it's like set earlier in the time frame, where you get to explore as her going around, and maybe there's more people around at that point. You could like rescue some people, or see the monsters wandering around killing people. Oh, hooray! We found a secret. A pharmacy. Yes. Oh, it's like some concept art. Ah, cool. Yes. Find the cure for Jack and end this unbearable journey. I have little hope. Yes, indeed. I'm pressing the wrong buttons as ever. Yeah. I feel like maybe that could be a cute idea for a story, or maybe you take on the role of Jack and you have to go out and learn how to craft all of these things that May knows how to craft, and slowly try and figure out what happened to her. I feel like there's a lot of potential here for like future games to be fun, because these stealthing mechanics are really good and they're really enjoyable. But the frame rate's less enjoyable. But other than that, can I jump in the pond? No, I can't. It's a pretty little pond though. It's very nice indeed. Anyway, I'm going to stop prattling now. I'm going to let you get on with the rest of your life. So, that was nice. It was a nice change of pace, really, to play robot post-apocalypse with stealth in it, because I feel like we don't do much of either of them things around here very often, especially with such a beautiful setup and such professional voice acting as well. Well, with the exception of that scream in the second-to-last audio file that we heard, which wasn't very convincing. But never mind. Never mind. Voice acting, much like music, is another thing which is very difficult to get right, especially in video games. Anyway, that's enough of that. I hope you enjoyed Hideout Face Your Fears. I certainly did. And I will keep an eye on this game to see whether anything else does come along. I haven't seen anything which implies there's any plans for a sequel, but if there is a sequel, I will certainly play it, because this is really good. And it's free as well. I should have emphasised that ages ago. I should have emphasised that like at the beginning of this mini-series even. This game is free, right? Which has got like 3 hours worth of really fun gameplay in it, and it's entirely free, right? Now, if that doesn't just blow your socks off, then I don't know what will, frankly. Anyway, that's enough prattle about socks. I'll let you get on with the rest of your life now, so thank you very much for joining this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.